Welcome to the Problem Corner for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. My name is Model 42, and today I want to talk to you about some things I noticed while completing and getting the 100% of the game Tales of Arise and why they will shape my future role-playing efforts. Let's look at this a bit more. Tales of Arise was released on the 10th of September 2021 by Bandai Namco, not only as the new title in the long-running franchise, but also to celebrate 25 years of this series. I picked it up a few weeks ago on PlayStation Summer Sale for about half its original price, and had I known how this game would change my life, I would have gladly paid full price. This video will contain some very soft spoilers, but I try to keep as much hidden from you as I can, unless I specifically need it to prove a point. The story itself is actually pretty refreshing for an RPG, since the main hero, called Iron Mask since he wears one and cannot remember anything from his past, is a slave for the Renans, who came 300 years ago from a neighboring planet, and captured and enslaved the Danans. Very early he meets a hunted girl, called Cheyenne, with a strange power called Thorns, that hurt anyone who touches her, except him, since he, for some strange reason, is immune to pain. They fight back and escape together with rebels and begin a journey to kill the 5 lords of the lands, each for their own reasons. The premise gets more complicated by each act, and they meet 4 more characters along the way: the mage Rinwell, the martial artist Law, the knight Kisara, and the noble Dohalim. Though the story becomes very muddled and stupid in the last act, with an unnecessary amount of sci-fi and cliched storytelling, the 40 and more hours before that point are among the best I have seen in any role-playing video game. But I do not want to focus on the story, its cool gameplay, or the amazing visuals. No, my fellow adventurers and dungeon masters, this game takes something that I fell in love with by a much older game, called Shining Resonance Refrain, and improved upon that with flying colors: its characters. When I talk about role-playing and authentic role-playing, it means staying true to your character concept and established lore of the world at the same time. But still, some of you out there might have problems with small talk during those game sessions, not knowing what to say or what to do. Tales of Arise has a lot of scripted conversations during the story, but it also has something called skits, which look like an animated comic book and show the characters talking among each other, may it be during camping, while exploring, in the city, or during some downtime activities, like fishing. Some of those focus on events, but many of them are either just talking about almost pointless observations, trying to get to know the other characters with specific questions, or solving conflicts among the group. This is not done in hour-long conversations, but 1 to 3 of such skits that only take up to 3 minutes. What makes these multiple hundred mini-scenes so amazing for the most part is that it gives soul and life to the characters. By the way they act, react, and talk about things, you get to know them so much that down the line, you almost think they are real. These scenes are that good. This is what I am talking about when I say that your characters should feel real. I mean, a lot of conversations they have are about cooking at the campfire as well, and they never get boring, since everybody likes different kind of foods, has different ways of preparing it, and looks at food in a different manner. They talk about their life's goals, the things they wish they had done, or why they think about stuff in a certain way, while talking about food, fishing, a conflict, or other stuff. Just like people do when they begin to open up to each other, and it starts really slow, with some animosity and spontaneous connections at the beginning, to showing more of one's real self, up to touching scenes of real emotion. No other game I played, especially Western role-playing games, has achieved that on such a level, with the only decent example I can think of being Dragon Age Origins. What Tales of Arise is teaching us is that, no matter how epic, grand and heavy a story gets, the characters should always be talking to one another, during combat in short shouts and tactics, before and after a conflict, during resting, their downtime, and much more. Let your characters take a bath together, cook at the campfire, shop together in a new city, have some fun in the tavern, visit a local museum, stroll through the parks and woods, and just enjoy life, peace, and above all, each other. No matter if your player characters do not interact that well or at all with NPCs, as long as they are open to talking with their fellow party members, and this I promise you, will your dynamic, your teamwork, and the fun of the game be better than ever before. Why? Because it feels real. Real emotions, real character development, real events, real normality, real connections, real situations, but all in a place of your minds and hearts. Being that other person and getting to know the others is half the fun of a game, and in between, you loot and level. This is the essence of role-playing games, and Tales of Arise is the best example of that I have ever seen, and I thank Bandai Namco from the bottom of my heart. After seeing other companies ruin their most beloved franchises with hollow remakes and new interpretations, to concentrate on what is really important in a game: immersion, imaginative and real writing and, of course, fun gameplay. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this was a nice little side adventure. If you are intrigued by Tales of Arise, I strongly urge you to go out and play it. It will be a great time. Until then, please leave a like to support this channel, subscribe for more content and guides of all kinds, and write a comment if you already have played the game, and who your favorite party member was. Mine was Kisra, whom I fell in love with after a few scenes in the game, and it only got better with each passing hour of storytelling.